Today's lesson is on circumference of a circle. We will begin by starting on page 78 of our textbook. Pause the video and in your notes make a list of at least 3 things that you know about circles. How might you define a circle? Write a definition for circle in your own terms. Alright, when thinking about 3 things that you know about a circle, these are some things that you could have written in your notes. You could have said that a circle is a round shape. You may have said that it is not a polygon. Or you may have said that no matter how you turn the circle, it is still the same. Exactly the same shape. Now, when writing a definition of circle in your own terms, you may have said that a circle is a round shape that does not have any straight sides. So this is one definition that we could use for circle. Now, let's look on page 78 of our textbook and dive deeper into what a circle is. A circle is a set of all points that are the same distance from one point called the center of the circle. A radius of the circle is the distance from the center of the circle to any point on the circle. The radius is also defined as a line segment with one endpoint at the center of the circle and the other endpoint on a point on the circle. When you have more than one radius, they are called radii. Pause the video and copy this into your notes. A chord is a line segment that joins any 2 points on a circle. A diameter is a chord that goes through the center of the circle. We also use the term diameter for the length of these chords. Pause the video and copy this into your notes. Now let's talk about parts of a circle. We see we have the center of the circle, which is the exact midpoint of the circle. We have diameter, which is a line segment that cuts the circle in half. We also have a radius, which is a line segment from the center to a side on the circle. Compare the length of the diameter of a circle to the length of a radius of the same circle. What do you notice? Well, looking at our diameter goes through the center of the circle from one point to the next. So it goes from point A to point B through the center of our circle. Whereas a radius starts from the center of our circle and extends in one direction to a point on our circle. If we look, we see that the diameter is twice the radius. Or the radius is half of the diameter. Now the second question asks us, how many diameters do you you think are in a circle? How many diameters do you think are in a circle? The answer is infinitely many. There are infinitely many diameters on a circle because there are infinitely many points on the circle. So you can draw infinitely many line segments connecting 2 points on the circle going through the center. Now let's talk about circumference. The perimeter of a circle is called the circumference of the circle. This is the distance around a circle. Circumference is a length. It is measured using units such as inches, feet, miles, millimeters, centimeters, and meters. Pause the video and copy these into your notes. Let's talk about pi. The ratio between circumference and the diameter of all circles is the number known as pi. Pi is an irrational number. Now think about what that means. If you recall, we learned earlier this year that an irrational number is a number that cannot be written as a decimal. Pi is usually rounded to 3.14, but it actually has been calculated to 22 trillion digits. We also sometimes use 22/7 as an estimate of pi as well. Alright, so why do we use 22/7? What do you think the decimal equivalent of 22/7 is? Well, 22/7 is a fraction that we can use to represent pi. It is truncated or rounded. The decimal equivalent to 22/7 would be 3.1428571, and it keeps going. So is 22/7 equal to pi? No, it is not equal to pi since pi is an irrational number. So there's no way to write it as a fraction using integers. It is just an estimate of pi. If you knew the diameter of the circle, could you calculate the circumference? You can multiply the diameter times 22/7 or 3.14 to calculate an approximate value of the circumference. If you knew the radius of the circle, could you calculate the circumference? Well, think back to a previous slide. We determined that diameter of a circle is twice the radius. So if we know the radius, we can multiply that number times 2 and multiply by pi in order to find the circumference. If you knew the circumference of the circle, could you calculate the diameter? Yes. You can divide the circumference by pi to find the approximate value of the diameter. So let's talk about the formulas that we use for circumference of a circle. We can use circumference equals pi times diameter or circumference equals 2 pi radius. Why are there two formulas? The two formulas are equivalent since the diameter is twice the length of the radius. So when given diameter, we would multiply pi times diameter. When given radius, we would multiply 2 pi times the radius, since the radius times 2 is equivalent to the diameter. Pause the video and copy this in your notes. Alright, look at our first practice problem. If you know a circle has a diameter of 10 feet, what is the circumference of the circle? Here we see we're given a diameter of 10 feet, and we need to calculate circumference. Circumference is pi times diameter. So I would replace pi with 3 and 1400 and multiply that times our diameter of 10 feet. 3 1/1400 times 10 is 31 4/10 feet. So this is the circumference of our circle. Keep in mind, circumference is like perimeter, so we do not need to use square cube units. We're just using our units that are given. In this case, it is feet. Pause the video and make sure you have this copied down. Here you can see our answer again. Alright, look at the next problem. You have 50 yards of fencing to put around a circular vegetable garden. You plan to use all 50 yards of fencing. What is the diameter of the biggest circular garden you can make? So, again, you have 50 yards of fencing to put around a circular vegetable garden. What is the diameter of the biggest circular garden you can make? Circumference is 5 times diameter. We're given a circumference of 50 yards. That is our total fencing. We set that equal to 3 1/1400 times our diameter. The opposite of multiplying by 3 1/1400 would be to divide by 3 1/1400. When we divide both sides of our equation by 3 1/1400, we see the solution would give us a diameter of about 15 9/10 yards. In the Midwest, irrigation is used to water crops. One type of sprinkler system is designed to spray water in a circle. The reach of the water from the sprinkler head to the crops is 40 feet. What is the circumference of these giant circles? Pause the video and answer this question. As we can see here, since the reach of the sprayer is 40 feet, that is the radius. If the radius is 40, that means the diameter is 80 feet. We're using our formula, circumference equals pi times diameter. We replace diameter with 80. We multiply 3 1/1400 times 80, so our circumference is about 251 2/10 feet. One final thought. What does it mean if the circumference of a circle is expressed in terms of pi? Like the circumference is 4 pi inches. What does that really mean? Pi. This means that someone is trying to give you an exact number, since they didn't use any approximation of pi. Recall that our approximations for pi are 22/7 or 3 1/1400. When we write it in terms of pi, we are getting an exact number. If I was actually going to do or build something with that information, that type of answer is not going to help. However, if all you're trying to do is get an approximation, then it may be good enough. Your classwork for today is on your own, page 83, questions 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 8. You need to turn this in for a grade. You also need to complete IXL Y6. You must earn 90% and turn in your work to earn full credit.